The
Can I get on your street?
oh honey.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Oh honey.
Moolah, that's my name.
Honey, I'm trans.
Oh.
At least I got the real. At least I got the real, honey. So keep it real. Keep it real about your tea, honey. Don't bamboozle the guys, honey. Tell them the truth so that they can make their own choice, okay? Oh, honey.
Occupied. Yo, occupied. Yo, bro, I said
I can see your legs facing forward from the outside of the stall. Yeah, that's you, right? Black shoes. Yeah, I see that.
I'm taking a shit.
No, you ain't. I can smell the piss. I can smell that man puss. I can see you through the stall, nigga. Just get the fuck out of the men's restroom. Who'd you think you were fooling with that pubic hair on your cheek?
Hey, yo, bro, you're being really weird.
Hey, get that bass out of your voice.
Bro,
You're
being
female.
weird.
You're weird, bro. You're in the men's. You're weird. You're weird.
I'm the weird one.
Yes, yes, you are.
I'm the weird
You are.
one.
Yes, yes, you're gross.
What?
Yeah. You you sit here thinking something. I can see you smiling through the crack. The crack, bro. You got two cracks, bro. Get out. Get the hell out.
No.
Get the hell out. Come in to take a sneak peek of my 1mm defeater, bro. Get out of this bathroom. Get out. What's up?
That'll never happen, guys.
I am the most beautiful woman you are ever going to come across in your life. I want to have a flat out beard, bro. Just full on. I really want my name to represent who I am on the inside. Something like Clementine or Evangeline or Aphrodite.
Yeah, my name's Braxton.
Joey. My name? Yeah, it's Isaac. People are gonna see me on the streets and stop, their jaws open. I want to look like I spend 30 hours a day on Reddit. I want to look like a Greek goddess. I want to be fed grapes with my hair flowing in the wind. I want to look like I have pictures of me holding my fish on my Tinder profile. I am literally the funniest person you're ever going to meet in your entire life.
Danny.
I'm so whimsical and magical, and you're gonna question if I'm even real. I'm just a straight white guy.
Get rid of me while I tell you the time I came out to my father as transgender and he disowned me. It's March the 2nd. My mother just died February the 25th, and I went to her funeral, and I saw my dad for the first time in forever. I don't talk to my dad because, I heard that he's homophobic, and, I don't have time to deal with no homophobia because, I like to fight people over that. You get what I mean? When I was saying my goodbye, speech or whatever at my mama's funeral or whatever, I'm all dolled up and everybody's looking like, who is this girl, talking about, sorry, mommy, love you, mommy, and stuff like that. So everybody's whispering, talking about, oh, that's Isaiah, he's transgender, he goes by she, her now. He want to be a girl now. So I ended up getting the Uber or whatever back to the house or whatever. It took literally an hour. I spent like $100 on that Uber to go home because I couldn't deal with all the emotions no more. With me storming out of the building or whatever and, everybody's looking at me like I'm just causing a scene, my dad ended up, he was like, wait. So before I got into the Uber, he told me, call him or whatever, and he gave me his number. I saved this number and I never called this man because, you just now want to talk to me all because, everybody's talking about me in church or whatever, I don't run like that, especially in my family. I'm at home now, a few days done passed and it's March the 2nd now or whatever. I get this DM on Facebook or whatever and this man said, hey or whatever. I'm like, who the freak is this? I see he has the same, last name as me, so I'm just like, maybe this is just one of my family members trying to say their condolences, acting like they really feel sorry or whatever. I open it, I'm texting the man, and I'm just like, who are you? He's like, I'm your daddy, little dude. You never hit me back up. I can't cuss on her, y'all. I asked him what's up. I was like, what you want? Because, I don't fool my family like that or whatever. So we chit-chatting. He's like, I want to rekindle. I know we don't have a bond. And I know I left you at McDonald's. I know you're still mad at me about that, but can we talk? And he kept dead naming me, child. I have good in my heart, though, so I said, yeah, of course we can, because, I'm bored and I ain't got nothing else to do. Dad ended up coming swing, he came and scoots me or whatever, and so I'm all dolled up, and the man's face was priceless.
So you want to be a girl now? Because that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, what does it look like? I got a bra on, mommy milkers is showing, like, what does it look like? So I asked him, I'm like, what do you have me here for? Like, what do you really want? He's gonna freaking sit over here and say,
I'll accept you with open arms, but you can't be doing that gay stuff around me.
what do you mean?
Like, you just can't be dressed like a woman. Like, that's weird. And I want custody of you, but I'm not going to take custody of you if you sitting over here dressing like this.
So I was taken back. I was like, so what if I don't?
Then I'm going to disown you. You're not going to be my son.
I was never your son to begin with. My mother took care of me day and night. So we get into an argument. I said, take me home because I don't have time to talk about it. He took me home. I slammed the door and get out his car. And I blocked him and never talked to him after that. It's a little story time of me cutting off my dad. He had like, he don't like gay people. But let me tell you guys this. Always have respect for yourself at the end of the day. Don't be sitting here living for everybody else because they're not in your shoes. Period, point blank. Bye, loves.
Sure, what's good?
Hi everybody, I'm Tony. If you don't know me, I'm trans and I'm trying to become an influencer. Let me not act like I talk like that. How y'all doing? My goal is to hit 50K by Christmas. That's like my big goal. And if you enjoy hauls, story times, just lore, please follow because I keep it real over here. I don't play. And anyone who's been here can tell you that my hauls fulfilled. Some other stuff about me. I love Ariana Grande. When she said God is a woman, she was talking about herself. Let's talk about it. I love Y2K, anything fashion, anything makeup, anything perfume. My giant perfume collection at the back. Music is life. And 6'7". I pick Clark. I mean, that's about all I have to say. That's bushes. That's bushes.
I was assigned male at birth.
And I was assigned male at birth.
My pronouns are he, him.
My pronouns are she, her.
It's not okay to ask what's in my pants.
You better not ask what's in my pants.
What I do with my body should be my choice.
And what I do with my body should be my choice.
I am a man.
I'm a woman. And we both deserve equal rights.
Did you know you literally have to cut your dick off in Japan to be considered a woman here? There's a few things that the Japanese government requires you to do if you actually want to be considered female on your documents. Number one is you have to have genitals that match the gender you're desirous. Basically, you have to have bottom surgery if you want to be considered eligible for it. Number two is that you cannot be married legally. You have to get divorced at the moment because if you're married and you have the gender change, technically you would become a same-sex couple, which the government does not recognize in Japan. Number three, you cannot have children under 18 because you might be a bad influence. What the hell? Number four is you have to be sterilized. You can no longer have children if you want to be a trans person. That's wild. There's a few other points, like having to have documents from your psychiatrist stating that you are trans and you have gender identity dysmorphia, and that you also have been living as the gender that you desire to be recognized as for like around 2 years. So there's a lot of rules around it, but the really most invasive ones are those four that I mentioned. Basically having to have bottom surgery, having to be sterilized, having to lose your love life and get divorced, and not being allowed kids, not being allowed to have children under 18, and not being able to have children in the future as well. So, I mean, you could freeze your eggs, I guess, or freeze your sperm. That is a possibility, but still, it just seems like really radical. There was a case recently in the courts that overruled the having to have bottom surgery for trans men, because basically hormone replacement therapy on trans men can create a bottom area that resembles that of a man without needing to have invasive surgery. So that's one thing for trans men. Yay, but trans women, it still needs to be in and folded. So yeah, it is not as easy as other countries in Japan to get recognized legally for your gender. Gender is so much more than body, and also it's kind of crazy to have the government have such an invasive say on what your body can and cannot do, including your marriage and your children. Basically, people are saying that this is a violation of human rights because everyone should have the right to be happy and all that jazz without needing to lose their fundamental right to having children and having a family and being married. There's other cases in the courts going on right now regarding same-sex marriage in Japan. There's about 5 high courts around the country that have deemed that not having a system equal to or allowing same-sex marriage in the traditional marriage system is unconstitutional. So now we're waiting for the case to go to the Supreme Court in Japan. If they also deem it unconstitutional in Japan to not have marriage equality, then basically the government will have a certain period of time to implement either same-sex marriage or a similar system that gives same-sex couples the same rights. So the fight in Japan for gender equality, same-sex marriage equality, and trans rights, it's going on. It's just taking a lot of time. And in the time, there's a lot of trans girls who are fighting, and a lot of gay, lesbian, queer people who are trying to make a difference in this society to make it better. So yeah, living in Japan is not as easy, but we are fighting the good fight here. Anyways, see you next time.
My brother came out as transgender. And so happy to have a new sister. I bought a few things to get her started. She doesn't have a TikTok. Can we blow up this account I've made for her? She needs all the support. Help me show her she doesn't have to hide anymore.
This is my first time shirtless at the beach. Oh my God.
Girl.
What?
She. Her. Female.
What are you talking about?
You. You're a woman. Girl. She, her. Female. Girl. Woman.
Okay. Whatever you want to believe, man. I'm not, but...
She, her, woman, female, you, woman, female, girl.
Okay.
Hey,
Ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1, go!